Hello and welcome to this new video. In this video we're going to be solving math calculator, SAT math calculator section on UWORLD. Over here I've set a scientific calculator on Google that we're going to be using in solving. And this will also be timed as usual. So let's go ahead and start. 38 questions, standard number of questions. Alright, let's get going. Ready, steady, go. Timer is over there. Okay, the inside of a water heater tank is in the shape of a cylinder having an internal height of 6 and an internal radius of 2. To the nearest cubic foot is the maximum amount of water. Okay, that's a normal volume question, so that will hopefully be easy. Pi r squared h, right? So pi, so we can say that's equal to pi r, which is 2 squared h. Well, h is actually 6. So that's equals to 4 pi times 6, which is 24 pi. Okay, this is 24 pi. But of course he wants to the nearest cubic foot, so we can use this on the calculator. Oops, sorry about that. Can come up over there. Yes, 24 pi. 24 pi. Let's check this. 75.3, which is closest to 75. Okay, 24 is a trick. Be careful, this is 24 pi, not 24. Okay, next. A circle enclosed an area of, what's the length of the radius? Okay, pi r squared, so the radius is 9. You just root the coefficient of pi. That's it, it's 9. That's very easy. I'm not gonna go through steps here. Okay, a circular cone has a volume of and a height of 2. What's the radius? Okay, that should also be easy. Okay, so we can say 54 pi is equal to 1 over 3, because that's cone third, pi r squared h. Pi r squared times what? Times 2. Okay. Okay, we can divide pi both sides. We can divide pi both sides, right? So we can just remove the pi here and remove the pi there. We can also divide by 2 both sides to simplify things a little bit. This one will be 27. Then we can multiply by 3 both sides. We can multiply by 3 both sides. 27 times 3 is 81. Then square root both sides, square root both sides. Then again, r is equal to 8 for the second, to 9, I'm sorry. For the second time the answer is 9, which is a little bit funny, but it's okay. What's the radius in meters of the base of the cone? It's 9. Next. Okay, in the figure above, CD is perpendicular to AB. What's the length of what? Length of AB? 2016. Okay, we divide here. Wait, let me. You know, this question has a neat trick. I kind of feel that 2016 is like one of the famous right triangles. So let's divide by 4. That will be 5, and if we divide by 4, that will be 4. So that's a 3, 4, 5 triangle scaled by 4. So that should be 3, but of course we are multiplying everything by 4, so that should be 12. 3 times 4 is 12, so let's go ahead and write 12 over here. And if this is 12, then this is 5. That's a 5, 12, 13 triangle. Okay, it's telling you the length of AB, which is 21. 16 plus 5. Alright, that should be hopefully easy. Sorry about that. Okay. We said 21, right? Yes, 21. 16 plus 5. Next question. The equation above divides a circle. What's the radius of the circle? Come on, that's 6. That's an easy question. Root this whole number over here, you get 6. Next. If x is a solution, what's a possible value for x? Well, it's either 6 or negative 6. Negative 6 is the only answer. Because we put this to the other side and then root, it's either 6 or negative 6. Next. Okay, g of 3. Okay, so they want us to find g of 3. So here is the g of x right over there. G of 3, we're gonna put 3 here. So that would be 2f, sorry about that, 2f of 3 squared like that plus 10. That's 2f of 3. Okay, f of 3 is what? F of 3 is 9 minus 4, which is 5. 2 times 5 squared, which is 25. So 2 times 25 is 50, plus 10, that's 60. That should be 60. Okay? The answer is C. So far we did not need to use the calculator, but anyway. In the equation above, k is a constant. If the equation has no solution, which of the following could be a value of k? So 3x squared minus 6x minus k is equal to 0. So let me tell you this. If the a term and the c term have opposite signs, like if the a term is positive and the c term is negative, then for sure there is two solutions, because the parabola is facing upward and has a negative y-intercept, for example, like that. So definitely it will have two solutions, right? So you have to bear this in mind. So in order for this to have no solutions, one of the first things that should happen is that the a and c terms should have the same sign to ensure that there are no two solutions. So if the k here is negative, then they will have the same sign, which means that c and d are out. Okay? They have to be negative. Okay, we're gonna try one of those two, and then we're gonna guess the answer. Okay, let's try, for example, negative 3. At this point, that would be 3x squared minus 6x plus 3, because negative, that's positive. Let's calculate b squared minus 4ac on the calculator. 36 minus 4, 3. Okay. 36 minus 4 times 3 times 3. Okay, that's equal to 0. It told you what? No real solution. So the answer is A, because this one has one solution. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. Next. Polynomial p of x above m is a constant. If x minus 4 is a factor, what's that? Okay, that question should be easy. If it tells you x minus 4 is a factor, remember the polynomial remainder theorem. It means if we put x as 4, we should get 0. Okay, so we put x as 4. 4 cubed is 64. Minus 5 times 4 squared. 5 times 16. We're gonna... Okay. Let me do that. 5 times 16 plus... okay, 4 minus 2, that's 2m. That should equal 0, right? Okay, 5 times 16, well, that's 50 plus 30, that's 80. Okay, 50 plus 30, that's 80. 64 minus 80 plus 2m is 0. Well, negative 16 plus 2m. Okay, so 2m is 16, then m is equal to 8. That's it. I solved it mentally because I don't want to waste a lot of time here. I'm sorry, guys. So m is 8. Because now, yeah, you got 64 minus 80, that's negative 16, plus 8 times 2 plus 16, so that will be 0. Okay, next question. What are the solutions to this one? First of all, negative b over 2a. We're going to eliminate two answers. Negative b is negative 12 over 4, which is negative 3. So a and b are wrong. We're going to choose between c and d. Okay. b squared minus 4ac over 4. Okay. The problem is this one does not simplify radicals, so we're going to have to do it. b squared minus 4ac over 4. Okay, 144. Sorry about that. 144 minus 4 times 2 times negative 22. Okay, so that's 144 minus, let's calculate that. Oh, sorry about that. 144 minus 4, 2, negative 22. Okay, 144 minus 4, 2, negative 22. Let's check this out. 320. That's 320. So we're talking about the square root of 320. Let's factor this one out. Divide by 2. Okay, divide by 2, you get 160. Right? Divide by 2, you get 80. Divide by 2, 40. Divide by 2, you get 20. Divide by 2, you get 10. Divide by 2, you get 5. Divide by 5, you get 1. So that's 2 times 2, that's 4 times 2. That's 8 root 5 over 4. So you're talking about 8 root 5 over 4. So that's 2 root 5. Okay, the answer is C. Formula of okay. Okay. 2a over b is the answer. Okay, I'm not gonna waste a lot of time here. It's 2a over b. Multiply by 2 to get rid of the half, and then divide by b to isolate the h. Next question. What is the value of x squared? Okay, that's a nice little equation. We're going to put both equations to each other. Y is equal to negative 2x, so we're going to substitute that in the first equation. X squared plus negative 2x all squared is 4x squared. Is 180. 5x squared is 180. 180 divided by 5, that's 45, right? Okay, wait a sec. 45 times 5 is what? Well, I'm not gonna calculate it here. I'm just gonna go here. Okay, 180 divided by 5. That's 36. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so again, x squared is equal to 36, and then x is 6. But he wants x squared. Be careful. So the answer is C. I was gonna choose this one, but I noticed. Okay. Okay, that's an exponential equation. Okay, it's a very easy exponential equation there. So let's go ahead and do that. It started off with 900. Depreciates by 10%, so each year the remaining is 90%, and he's telling you after 2 years. So let's calculate this in the calculator quickly. So again, 900 times 0.9 all to the power of 2. So 900 times 0.9 all to the power of what? All to the power of 2, exactly after 2 years. 729 is the answer. 729. Next question. Okay, so that's a nice little equation there. He's asking the minimum score that they have to get in the fourth inspection to have a mean score of 28 or higher in the four inspections. So, okay, that should be easy. 22 plus 30 plus 26 plus x over 4 equals 28. And of course, if it was, for example, 28, if the answer, for example, was 5.1, we're gonna grid in 6, not 5, because 5 would be less than what we want. 5.1 is exactly what we want, so 5.1 or higher. So, and I guess the score is an integer, it cannot be a decimal, so we're gonna go to the number after it. So we're not gonna round here, we're gonna just increase it by 1 if it came a decimal. Even if it was 5.01, then the answer is 6, not 5. I'm gonna solve this equation on my personal scientific calculator. It's not in front of you here because I don't think this calculator can solve an equation, the one I opened on Google. So I'm gonna solve it and then I'm gonna grid in the answer. Stay with me. The answer is 34. Okay. So, answer is what? The answer is 34. Next question. Okay, so the y-intercept is 2, so C and D are out of the question. Okay, let's check out what we have here. So we have, first of all, we have 0, and that's a parentheses, okay? 0 and what? 0 and 2, and we also have 3 and 7, right? We're gonna calculate the slope from here, and we should be fine. 5 over 3. The answer is B. Nice. The system of equations shown above the graph. Okay, I'm gonna solve this on the calculator. If you have a scientific calculator other than this one cannot solve systems of equations or whatsoever. But if you have a personal calculator, and you should have one in the test, you should be able to solve this on the calculator. And that's what I'm gonna do now, so stay with me. I'm gonna solve it on my calculator and then choose the answer. Try to solve it while I do that. So the x-coordinate of the point of the intersection is 0.5. Next. That one is a bit weird. This question is weird. I got what they want. Okay, it's not weird. It should be easy. So let me go ahead and solve it. We're gonna distribute the p. We're gonna distribute it inside. So we're gonna say px plus pt is 10x plus 5. Okay, it's telling you for what value of t does the equation have infinitely many solutions. So those two have to be identical. Px is 10x, so definitely the p is 10. And if p is 10, then 10t has to equal 5. Then t is half, because 10 times half is 5. So the answer is half. So t is 0.5. Let's choose 0.5 over there. I can say 0.5, but I like to write 0, although 0.5 should be fine, but I like to write 0. Okay? Next. In the equation above, what's the value of a? Well, that's an equation. I'm going to solve it on my calculator. I'm not going to go through how to solve it here, because there's no point. I have the opportunity to use the calculator. Why not? Why waste my time? If it was a non-calculator section, I would have went through that. Stay with me. So the value of a is 8 over 11. The answer is C. Next question. In the xy plane, which of the... Oh, come on. That's 2, negative 1. 2, negative 1. Next question. No solutions. Okay, 8 minus half. Wait a sec. So I want to point out something. First of all, you want to notice that the whole numbers are different, which is what we want. All what's left is for us to have the same x coefficients. So if you have the same x coefficients on both sides and different whole numbers, then there is no solution, right? So what we can do here is simple. 8 minus half is 7.5, and 3 over 4 plus something should give 7.5. So we can say here 3 over 4, which is 0.75, plus k. That's it. Solve this equation, you get the value of k. Ta-da! Okay, 7.5 minus 0.75, that's 6.75, I guess. I'm gonna do it here, why not? 7.5 minus... okay. 7.5 minus 0.75. 6.75. Okay, 6.75. I like that. 6.75. Or if you want to write it as a fraction, which is what I'm gonna do, you could say it's 27 over 4. So suit yourself. I'm gonna say 27 over 4. Isn't there a clear grid? Yes. 27 over 4. I guess both are right. They should be right, but I'm not sure about UWORLD. Will they accept that or not? So I'm gonna go for the safe side. 27 over 4. Yeah, that's it. Right? Okay, next question. The ordered pair. What's the value of x plus y? Well, there's a neat trick here. You don't have to solve the equation. Subtract both equations right away. 2x minus x is x. You know, we're just subtracting both equations. Minus 2x minus x is x. 5y minus 4y is y. X plus y. 34 minus 26 is 8. So the answer is D. Without any solving, without any trouble, the answer is D. Next question. The graph of the linear function is a line that has a slope 3. Slope 3. Okay, what am I thinking about? I was daydreaming about something, guys. I'm sorry. I was thinking about what I'm gonna do in the next video, because I'm thinking about making a reading section here, although I'm really bad in it. But anyway, 3x plus 5 is telling you f of 3. That's 9 plus 5, 14. The answer is B. Okay. Answer is B, guys. Next. In a certain state. Okay, that's a normal equation. So set S equal to 60,000. 60k, I'm gonna write 60k. K is not a variable, I mean 1000. Is equal to 52.1k plus 1.2 ky. I'm just when I say k here, I mean 1000. 60,000, 52.1 thousand, which is 52,100. Wait a sec, guys. The timer is here. I'm not cheating. I'm just pausing for something. I'm sorry, guys. For some reason, I had to pause the video, but here's the timer. It's pretty much the same. Still 30 minutes and something. Of course, the difference in seconds is the time I took to pause the timer. But anyway, I'm not cheating, honestly. For some reason, I stopped. Okay, so back again. Yes, I said I'm gonna put this on the calculator. So let me put this. And, well, before putting it, let me put y here. And I said k, I mean 1,000. When I say k, I mean 1,000. Okay, of course this is weird. I'm just doing this because I'm too lazy to write 3 zeros. So let me do this on the calculator. So the value of x was 6.58, which is closer to 7, not 6. So I'm gonna go for C, which is 7, not 6. Yeah, 7, right? So yeah, let's let's choose 7. Oh, sorry about that. Let me choose 7 and let's get next. No, okay. This one should be easy. So if she starts with x as an initial deposit, and then she deposits 65 for each of the following 15 months. So 65 for each month for 15 months. So we can say 65 times 15, and the result is 1125. So let me go ahead and calculate that. X plus 65 over times 15 is equal to 1125. 150 is the answer. So let's go ahead and choose 150. Next question. Which of the following equations represents the slope? Okay, in line with the slope. D is wrong because it's not the slope we want. Okay, we're gonna choose between those three. I'm gonna teach you a neat trick now, hopefully. How to get the y-intercept quickly. You multiply the slope by the x-coordinate, and then you flip the sign, or you multiply the result by -1, and then after that you add the result on the y-coordinate. And I'm gonna show you this. I'm gonna show you this in action. So let's go ahead and do that. That would be 2 over 3. Of course, negative all that because we're gonna multiply this by -1 times 3. And all that plus -5, or in this case -5. It should be plus, but since this is negative, it became minus. So you can put this on the calculator and you should be fine. That's what I'm going to do now. Stay with me. So our y-intercept is -7. So the answer is A. That's it. Next question. A stored holy department collects sales data each month. Okay, so let's make a nice equation here. So we say that first of all, let's say D minus J is what? Is 78, because that's the difference. And then we also know that January is 12% less, which means it's 88% of D. So this is equal to 0.88 D. Of course, I'm converting the percent into decimal. We're just dividing by 100. Okay, so we can substitute that in the equation above. Instead of J, we're going to put 0.88D, and then we want to find D. So that should be easy, okay? So I'm going to do this on the calculator. X minus 0.88x, that should equal to 78 shift solve 650. Okay, 650 is the sales number of sales in December. Right. Okay. Okay, let's try write 650. Okay, 650. Nice. Next. Okay, well, the balloon which is used for collecting data in the atmosphere is related to sea level, and the diameter of the balloon is measured at different altitudes. Well, let's take a close look here. Let's try to examine this figure. I don't think it's wait a sec. I don't think it's a linear equation. I don't think so. It's a little bit curvy, but well, let me tell you this. Oh, actually, let me erase that. Those two are out. You know why? Because at this point the y-intercept would be 1, and it's 2. So it's either this one or this one. I believe it's this one. Let's try putting 10, for example. 2 times 1.04 to the power of 10. .9, which is roughly 3, as yeah, it's roughly 3. I guess that's the one. If you put, if it's to the power of negative 10, that would be different. Let's try this out. That's way different. So the answer is C. Sorry about that. So let's go ahead and write an equation for what's written for us. It's telling you if y is equal to 16 when x is c. So 16 is equal to mc. Right? What is the value of y when x equals 2c? Those two are directly proportional. You multiply the x by 2, so you'll multiply the y by 2. That would be 32. Answer is 32. Next. The table above shows two sets of data which will form the truth statement. Let's get the mean and the median. Well, 30, 40, 50, 50. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so the median for the first one is 45. Let's get the median first because it's easier. So the median here is 45. And over here 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay, that's also 45. So in both cases it's 45. So I'm gonna use this to try to eliminate some answers. Oh, there's no median, the standard deviation. Well, since set B has more of a differentiation, the numbers are more different. 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, but set A contains a lot of repeating numbers, then set B has a higher standard deviation. Pretty much this is what the standard deviation is. So set B has a higher standard deviation. Well, the standard deviations are not the same. They're different. Let's calculate the sum here. 30 plus 40, that's 70, 110, 160, 210, 270. This is the sum of all the integers in set A, 270. Let's check this one, 50, 90, 140, 200, 270. The means are the same actually. The means are the same and the standard deviations are different. The answer is B. And I'm going to clear all the annotations. Let's go to the next question. So that means are the same, standard deviations are different. What is the average monthly rainfall of the mode? The most repeated one. 11 is repeated, 10 is repeated 2 times as well. 14 is not repeated, 9 is repeated 9 is repeated 3 times. 8 is not repeated, 6 is also not repeated, 5 neither. 9, it's 9. The mode here is 9 because it's the most repeated. It's repeated 3 times. Next. The chart above shows the results of survey measuring the number of people per household. There are 168. Okay, 168. So 14% of the total is 168. How many households have at least 5? So we need to get the total first, and when we get the total, we can get any other value. So to get the total, we can set this nice little equation here. We don't have time, so I gotta be a little bit quick. Look at the timer. So let's be a little bit quick, guys. So 14%, which is 0.14 of x, which is the total, is 168. Find x, honey. 168 divided by 0.14. Let me do that here in front of you guys. 168 divided by 0.14. 1,200. So the total is 1,200. And he's telling you what? At least 5 people. So 5 or 6 plus. Those are included. 21% of 1,200. So we can say 0.21, which is 21% of 1,200. 252. Right? 252. That's the answer. Next question. Before the conclusion of the U.S. sports radio broadcast, the host requested the listener to text an answer to the question. Do you agree with the recent changes to the league's strategies during the show? At the end of the last day, the agents were yes and 40% which are likely to the results are not. Sure, they're unlikely to represent the opinions of the United States population because the survey is biased. It's not a random sample. It's yes, those who texted are not a random sample of the United States population. Definitely, they requested the listeners, the ones who were already listening, to answer, but that's not representative of the U.S. population. So it's an invalid and flawed survey. Next question. The maximum value of it is. Wow, this question is very nasty. What the hell is going on here? 16 greater. I guess it's the range because here. Wait, no. Wait. Yes, it's the range because here the maximum value is 96. If you add 16, well, yeah, that will be 112. So the only one that will increase by 16 exactly is the range. That's pretty straightforward. It's not nasty, as I said. The table above shows the number of hurricanes. Okay. Nice, I like hurricanes. Okay, if a randomly chosen hurricane occurred in the interval. Okay, so out of this 94. So we're talking about, let me show you guys what we're talking about. So we're talking about, oops, sorry about that. We're talking about the 94. Which of the following is closest to the probability that it was rated a category 3? Category 3. category 3. So it's 18 over 94. Let's check this out. 18 over 94. 18 divided by 94. Oh, this is 6. I'm talking about 9. 94. 0.191. Okay, 0.19. This is the closest. Next, we're about to finish, guys. Good luck. I'm sample of students at a local university. So 80 of 115 responded they owned a car, and they're asking about those who do not own the car. So we want the number of people who did not own the car in the surveys. So, but of course that would not be the answer. This is just the first step. So to do that, we can say 115 minus 80. That should get us started. So 115 minus 80, that's 35. So what we can say here, we can set a proportional equation. We can say 35. Let me write it down here. 35 over 115 is equal to what over 8,500, right? That's a nice proportional equation. Okay, I'm gonna calculate it in a little bit different manner in this calculator in front of you guys. 35 over 115. Okay, let me do that. So this is another way I do it. I just multiply the fraction by the total number I want to figure out. So 2587 approximately. Okay, which is approximately 2,600. Yeah, it's about to be 2,600. Next question. Okay, 36 to 38, all of them are related to this one, which is hopefully good. So it shows a daily high and low temperature in degrees Fahrenheit for 7 consecutive days. Okay. Atlanta, Georgia. Okay, each day is represented by a separate point. Labeled T1 for day 1. Okay. For the day with the lowest recorded temperature, what was the corresponding high temperature? Wait a sec. What was the corresponding high temperature for that day to the nearest degree? Wait a sec. For the day with the lowest recorded temperature, what was the corresponding high temperature? So we're looking at the y-axis pretty much, because this is the low. Okay, this is the low temperatures. Okay, so we're looking here. Lowest. We're looking right there. It's 73. So we're talking about this one. What was its corresponding high? Wait, sorry about that. It's roughly 73, right? $37 on a future day. Okay, so it's saying if the high temperature is recorded as 80, what would be the corresponding low temperature according to the line of the best fit? So, sorry about that, guys. So we're drawing a line from about right there, and we're just going horizontally this way, roughly. Get the point, right? It's 52. Yeah, it's 52, guys. The answer is D. So let's go ahead and Answer is D. The final question: between which two consecutive days did the high temperature increase by the greatest amount? Consecutive days, be careful, okay? So 1, 2, 3, and so forth. Okay, so between 1 and 2, that's woo, a nice 52 to woo. It's nice. I like it. Okay, from 2 to 3, this is decrease. It's not increase, so that's out. So B is out. Okay, 3 to 4, that's a decrease. That's out. Okay, 4 to 5, that's also a decrease. That's out. 5 to 6, again, that's a decrease. That's out. He's talking about increase. So that's the answer. I hope we did it all right, guys, and I hope you like it. And you can clearly see we got 9 minutes and 45 seconds remaining, which is not bad and not great either. It's nice. So let's submit. I'm not gonna revise my answers like the last time. I hope I did not make a silly mistake. I hope things are pretty alright. Oh my god. Whoa, I made a mistake here. I made a mistake. 97. 97, guys. So I made a mistake or something. The last question. Why did I make a mistake here? I cannot get it. Why? I was good. Everything was great. What happened here? What? Telling you what? Ah, damn it! I was looking at the low temperature. He was talking about the high temperature. Damn it! Dude, this is absolutely stupid. 1, 2. I need a 3, 4. Oh, it's 2, 3 for first. 1 and 2. This is a decrease. 2, 3 is the only increase. Okay, 3, 4. That's a decrease. 4, 5. That's a decrease. 5, 6, it's the same. Oh my god, this is a silly mistake, but it's okay, guys. And this is how I lose marks in the SAT math. It's always like that. Okay, so we should have looked at the high temperature, right? Yes, we should have looked at this one. Okay, but of course we were, or I was, a little bit not attentive. But it's okay, that's the only mistake we got. I hope we do not make any more mistakes. So yeah, thank you all for listening, thank you for watching, and see you guys next time. Hopefully the next time will be a reading section or a writing section. Of course, I'm really bad in the reading section, so we're gonna have fun together. I'm like most people who struggle in the reading section. Also, well, for the writing section, I always make like 3 mistakes, 4, 5, and so forth. But I also never get them all right, so we should have fun. See you guys next time. Goodbye.